Who's first? John?
Yeah. Well, it's been a long time since we've got to do this Contender Series thing.
Yeah.
So give me the. I mean, we've had a lot of fights lately, but getting into the Contender Series again, how did it feel in there tonight?
Yeah, so it's good to be back. I love this. I could do this every day. I love it.
It's interesting, right? Because of COVID, we can't have the friends
and
family,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So, but to me, I don't know. It was kind of like the old school Tough Gym. What did you think about the atmosphere?
No, listen. This is what we're gonna deal with for a while. But I loved having friends and family here. It's fun, I think it's so much more emotional when they're here. There's so much invested in every fight with everybody that's in the arena. So I look forward to bringing them back.
Difficult at all to go with 4 fights? I mean, I know it's kind of out of your hands. The late replacement fell out.
Nah, listen, it's just enough. It's just enough. You get 4 or 5 fights, and it's perfect. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I want to get your thoughts on Uros Medic. I mean, I think they said the star of the show certainly felt that way.
100%.
What did you think about him?
And, I did a video asking people who should overwhelmingly, everybody wanted him to be signed into the UFC. He was overwhelmingly voted for. So yeah, he fucking right up my alley. I love watching kids that fight like that. Absolute killer. Kicks, punches. It was in submission, rips out of him and makes you pay for trying to submit him. I like everything about that guy. Oh, and when I was just walking by him, he said, "I'm ready to fight again whenever you need me." I said, "Be careful what you ask for." He goes, "Put my number on speed dial." So this dude is right up my alley. I love it.
That's awesome. Talk about pulling the trigger on Jacoby, because obviously he looked phenomenal, but then he faded. It looked like he could have finished it, and he kind of went for the takedown. I thought that might turn you off a little bit. So what made you pull the trigger?
I think he went for the takedown, and that's what gassed him out. That's where he literally blew his wad, and he was, so let me show you this. So every fight, I write notes for every fight. I had no notes for that fight. I was on the fence. He's 32 years old. Fought like a dog. He's definitely exciting. He's not boring. He's not trying to hold on and look for an easy win. Kept throwing. He's obviously a very technical fighter, and he fought a durable. That could have. It probably should have been stopped in the second round. I don't want to go beating up officials again. It sounds like it's like all we've been doing lately, but probably should have been stopped in the second round. He's 32 years old. I'm going to give him a chance. I just said fuck it when I was in there talking to Laura. I was just like, I'm going to give the kid a shot.
Did you make the decision right there? That's what we looked at.
Yeah, I was literally. When I walked in there, I didn't know what I was going to do. I literally have no notes whatsoever on it, and I just started thinking of everything. He's an exciting kid. He tried to go for it. A lot of pressure. There's a lot of things that go along with coming to fight tonight. A lot of pressure. I'm sure there's a huge adrenaline dump for these kids. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give him a shot. He's 32 years old. If I didn't just sign him tonight, that kid ain't getting in the UFC. It's not going to happen. So I did it. I said, fuck it.
We've got 9 more of these. Any messages that you want to send out to the rest of the fighters about what they need to do to catch your eye?
It's just like in the second fight, there's no secrets to what I'm looking for. You just don't get in with a win. You got to go for the finish. You got to look good. You got to look, and I think the 2 kids that fought in the second fight, I think they're both talented. One of them's only 21 years old. I think they're both talented kids, and they'll probably eventually get here. But when you show up here, man, fucking go for it. This dude, you know what I mean? You got to go for it. I was talking shit. I'm like, he's going to take this kid. This kid's got 5 submissions. You're going to go down into his, and he goes in and fucking submit. I mean, that's what this show is about. That's what this show is about. And, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people who take chances and pull off amazing shit. There's no reward without risk, and that kid's exactly what I'm talking about.
Dana right here.
Yep.
Speaking of the main event, what did you make of Ty Flores' chin after eating all those punches in the first round?
Yeah, that's why I say, when I was sitting there deciding on what I was going to do, you got to look at who he fought and how durable that kid was. And that it probably should have been finished in the second round. So all the things added up to give this guy a shot.
And then speaking on that, you said he's 32. He's been in the UFC before. He fought on Facebook prelims back pre-Fox era. Is he a fighter that you just have to immediately kind of slot into? Not title contention, but you have to kind of give him some name.
If he didn't get in now, he's not getting in. So I'm going to give him the shot.
And then unrelated to the Contender Series, is there any update on Ray Borg? I know he kind of fell off last minute, and we didn't really hear from him.
I haven't heard anything, so it must be good. No news is good news.
And then I think a lot of people were surprised Eric Spicely was released after saying he entered this fight on antidepressants after suffering from concussion-like symptoms and everything after his drawn-win fight. Have you spoken to him or anyone on his team?
No. The matchmakers handle that.
And then news just broke during this fight that Yair is out of the Zabit fight. Do you know anything about that?
He had a high ankle sprain and a fracture, so he's out.
And then one final one. What do you make of The Rock joining the sporting world as the new owner of the XFL?
I think it's interesting, and I think timing is everything in life. And if you look at that thing, other than the UFC, that's got to be the cheapest league ever paid for. And like I said, it's a very interesting time right now. I think that if he acts fast and could pull this off soon, I think it'd be interesting.
Will you reach out to him with any advice?
What's that?
Would you reach out to him?
I was supposed to call him yesterday, but yes, I'm going to call him.
Thank you.
Yep.
Dana, Jim Greasehober, cage side seat. I just want to talk to you a little bit about the human element of this. You had a guy who moved to Alaska with a few $100, sleeping on couches. You had a guy who took this on 10 days' notice. This is the UFC. This is a dream come true. I know your backstory. This hits home for you, especially being the underdog. You love the underdog. You love seeing these stories. Can you just talk a little bit about that side of it, about what it means to you to be able to make these guys' dreams come true when they earn it?
Yeah, I've been in the fight business my whole life. This is every guy's story, man. Every guy, has struggled and sacrificed and, slept in gyms, slept in cars. It's what this is all about, man. And you're right. I love this shit. This is, they get to come in here. This is their moment. This is their night. They get to shine. What's crazy is, I don't know if most of you know this, but Sugar Sean O'Malley's fight did 5.5 million viewers. Greg Hardy did like 3-point-something million. So these kids, before they even step foot in the octagon, the UFC, millions of people see these fights. And this is the first year this thing's airing in the United States on ESPN Plus, Canada, and Brazil. So it's a huge opportunity, and it's the fast track to becoming known. You literally, look at fucking O'Malley is from season 1. He's the co-main event coming up. Shabazian was just the main event. He's from season 1. That's how fast it happens when you're a part of something like this. So it's a massive opportunity for these kids, and that's why they step up on 10 days notice, and they fight their asses off when they get here. It's a big deal.
Thank you.
Hey, Dana. Just to go back on that, are you looking for replacements for Yair Rodriguez, or are you just going to push that fight to a later date?
No, yeah, we're looking for a replacement.
And then regarding the phone call with The Rock, is that just to give him some advice, or do you think he's trying to bring you on as an investor?
No. I'm not an investor. I think that he's got some guys with like $4 billion behind him. He's good on investors. I just want to hear what he's thinking, when, whatever, and give him my 2 cents.
Surely he's going to need $4 billion, like a lot of capital to set up the bubble thing that we need. You need a lot of spare cash to get that set up, right?
What's the question?
He needs like serious investors to set up the bubble to get the sports.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yep. Cool. We good? All right, guys. Thanks. Have a good day.